This is the dog cam. Gosh, you got to move your head to make it interesting. It's not a dog cam if you just aim it one direction. Anyway, this is the Dog Walk Chronicles, December the 4th. Our readings today. This is the first Monday of Advent. Our first reading is from Isaiah, the book of Isaiah, chapter 2, verses 1 to 5. And it's the story of where Isaiah saw the mountain of the Lord established in all... Hey, sit down. Sit down. Excuse me. The Lord established all who will come there to climb, and they will want to come there to climb the mountain. God shall judge one nation, judge them all, and one nation will not raise sword to another. Swords will be beat to plowshares and spears to pruning hooks. That doesn't seem to be, that seems contrary to what Islam and the Muslims seem to be doing. Some Muslims seem to be doing today. They're taking up the sword and the spear and killing people, while the Bible seems to be saying that we're anticipating and wanting to move to a time of peace. Instead, they're killing people. So that doesn't seem like they're really truly following the Jewish and the some heretical Christian people that Muhammad got his influences from, and then created this amalgam. So maybe they should read the Bible where it says that they're supposed to come and everyone should be peaceful. Psalm 122, we hear, "Let's go rejoicing to the house of the Lord." So again, the people are drawing to the mountain in Isaiah, and the Psalm 122 tells us, "Let us go rejoicing to the house of the Lord." And in Matthew's Gospel, chapter 8, verses 5 to 11, Jesus enters Capernaum. A centurion approaches Jesus and says, "My servant is paralyzed, he's suffering greatly. Please just say the word." As he approaches him, Jesus says, "I will come and cure him." And the centurion makes that great proclamation of faith. "I am not worthy to have you enter under my roof. Only say the word and my servant will be healed." While we say that that is such a beautiful, beautiful recognition. We say it's so beautiful that we say the same thing before communion. We say, "I am not worthy that you should enter under my roof. Only say the word, and my soul will be healed." Jesus says, hang on. Jesus says, "Amen, I say to you, nowhere in Israel have I found such faith. I say to you, many will come from the east and the west, and will recline with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob at the banquet in the kingdom of heaven." So here Jesus is saying that even in Israel, he hasn't seen such faith to God, and that the people from the east and the west, in other words, all the world will come. Jesus is saying, he seems to be saying that all the world is being called by God, and so Jesus obviously assents to that. I think that pretty much seems to be the message. Here we are in Advent. We're anticipating the birth of Jesus, and we also need to anticipate Jesus's return to earth when he comes the second time. And we also need to anticipate that time when we're going to come to Jesus ourselves in each of our death. We're going to be standing in front of God, in front of Jesus, and he's going to say, "Welcome, my good and faithful servant," or "Get out of here." So let's remember this Advent to remember to keep trying to move closer to God, closer to Jesus. that everyone should be, including the Muslims who need to be converted. Let's pray for the conversion of the Muslims of Islam, because it's clearly a I won't use the word I want to use. It's clearly a mixed up version of taking Judaism and Christianity to the next step, where Muhammad is the next prophet, which makes no sense, because he is nothing to the Jews, and he's not a prophet to the Christians, he's not a prophet to the Jews. And all the main I forget the word now. All the main acclamations are made and finished by the time the apostles are gone. So Muhammad, sorry, you're about 600 years too late for that. So let's pray for the conversion of the Muslims. And then they too will bash their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks, or vice versa. Remember to pray for the souls in purgatory, and ask the saints to pray for us. Many, many, many of the saints had been martyred by the Muslims from the 600s till today, including today. Christians are still being martyred by people who profess Islam. So let's pray for them, their conversion. Pray for all the souls in purgatory. And let's try to have a fruitful Advent where we all try to walk towards the mountain of the Lord.